so we got a new trailer. So we got another trailer we about to jump on. It's called The New Mutants. Now this is in the X-Men universe. Now, for what I heard, this is a horror movie, not a superhero movie, but it's in the same universe with X-Men.
I mean, there's horror stories to be told in Marvel, but I don't think this is where I would want to see them.
I know. I'm kind of two sides right now, only because that was my first reaction. I'm like, okay, what? No, this superhero genre. What do you mean horror stuff? You know, you can have a horror element, you know, but a straight up horror, I don't see it. Why is it in the same universe? So I did a little research and I found out one of the stories for the New Mutants was some I guess a mutant. They was like in the, I don't know, they was in asylum or when they was in the school or whatever, or the asylum or hospital. The mutant power used to make people see stuff and everybody was like hallucinating. Oh. So that was one of the mutants' powers. Right. So you familiar with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So that was one of the mutant powers. So I'm like, okay, that might work where this is all from another mutant that's, causing all this.
I mean, I am a little worried that this is Marvel trying to cash in on some of that, Black Mirror, Channel Zero money.
But see, where I'm cool with it is the superhero genre is, the well is getting dry.
Yeah.
So it's like, what else can we do? You can't, if they do the New Mutants right, give them outfits and have them doing the same stuff they had X-Men doing.
Yeah.
Who want to see that? We just did another version of X-Men, they just younger. Really? Y'all got them doing the same stuff? Y'all got them do the little, and push something, whatever. And it's like, okay.
Power poses.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, we seen all that. We kind of done with all this, It's time to evolve and move on. If y'all don't move on, people just going to cash out on this. Like, okay, I'm tired of superhero shit. It's the same shit over and over. I'm cool. We didn't seen every damn superhero that we used to love reading comics. We didn't seen everyone live action now. So now you got to do something with it. You got something different with it.
I mean, like, because I'd still love to see some of their actual horror properties in Marvel get brought out.
Right.
In the meantime, like if this is at least handled well, and it's not too campy, or at least campy. If it is, it's campy in the right ways for the right reasons. Then I'm on board. So it just depends on how it looks.
Yeah, that's why I was like, okay, let me check this out and see, if I can mess with it. Because, like I said, when I first heard about it, I was like, nah, that ain't gonna work. But then when I read up on it and thought about it, maybe we could see something fresh in the superhero genre. Yeah. So
something no one's doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, shit, you could just copy all the same shit, and I am too tired of that shit. So without further ado, we're gonna watch this trailer, have a little discussion for it. So without further ado, New Mutants.
I'm gonna ask you a series of questions. I want you to respond truthfully. Have you ever hurt someone? Yes.
That's not creepy at all.
What was that?
Anything you'd consider?
Fucking Pink Floyd.
What song was that?
Control.
Yes. Last question.
School's out for the
Do you
summer.
know what mutants are? Did you know baby
The
rattlesnakes
horror remix.
are more dangerous than adult ones? They haven't learned how to control how much venom they secrete. All of you are dangerous. That's why you're here.
Where do I know that dude from?
What is this place?
This isn't a hospital. It's an haunted house.
Get some rest.
We don't- All right, we back. We just watched New Mutants trailer. Man, that can go either way.
Because that could easily be your generic mid 2000s.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna tell you like this: is it gonna be PG-13 or rated R? You ain't gonna be able to pull that off if you want to really scare people. You can't give us that PG-13
Especially
bullshit.
with something this ambitious.
Yeah.
Because this isn't just horror.
Yeah,
If this was just horror, we could just toss this one in the bin with all the rest. But this is a Marvel-led horror movie in the X-Men universe. So y'all got to come correct on everything.
yeah. My thing is, but if you're gonna pitch it as a straight horror, and that's what you're doing, because you got jump scares,
Yeah.
you got the little singing in the background and stuff.
Faces coming out the walls.
Yeah, so you using a lot of horror elements and doing a horror. You can't go halfway. You know what I'm saying?
Because like this isn't like Hellboy, like a horror action flick.
Yeah. It ain't. It's not
If
a
it was like that, you could just stop there.
right. It's not an action movie with horror elements in it. You know.
Yeah.
It's a horror movie, and the horrors don't look that. I ain't gonna say they don't look that scary, but it don't.
I mean,
It looked like they going halfway on it. You know, maybe it's more in the trailer though.
right. You know, like I'm hoping that this is just the least of what they got going on. Because honestly, if that's it, why make? First of all, why make this movie in the X-Men universe if you're not gonna do something?
Yeah.
You know, like you could just like, as Marvel said, hey, one of our writers has an idea for a horror movie, wanted to pitch it to you. With Marvel, we know stories, hear them out.
Well,
You gotta put the Marvel name on
I'm
it.
thinking the person who made it, I guess maybe they was like, "Hey, we want to do New Mutants," but he's like, hey, "You know what? I want to do something different with New Mutants. I don't want to just make another X-Men."
Right.
You know, and I respect that.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do a horror, you got to do it right.
Yeah.
You are in a real tough position right now.
Like, because I respect the decision,
Yeah,
but you're
execution may be a
you're
little
facing
off.
two very big problems here. One, there's not a you have to beat out everyone else when you're coming with a horror movie.
Yeah,
You know, you can't just be, part of the noise. And secondly, you've picked a setting that isn't normally conducive to horror to a horror
I know.
story.
So, are you trying to get in the comic book fans,
Yeah.
or the horror fans? I guess you're trying to get both.
But like, and while there's plenty of crossover there's not a lot of crossover on those stories.
Yeah,
It's there if you look for it, but it's not like no one's ever thinking, what if the X-Men were stuck in a horror movie? How would that go?
So, but I'm thinking this is going to be kind of like Legion. Like,
Yeah.
this is going to all be in somebody's mind,
Yeah.
where then they was like, that's the out, where you be like, okay, in this movie, the universe was so gritty, dark, and people got killed. Now, how you going to fit this character where we used to seeing that gritty, dark, people getting killed, into a universe with Wolverine or no, what's in the not Days of Future Past? What's the last one? The
Age of
Apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
Yeah, with Jean Grey and a Nightcrawler and wearing a Thriller jacket and all that. That ain't gonna fit.
Right.
But they out is this never really happened. This was all in somebody's head.
Yeah.
So maybe it'll be all right. But my thing is, if y'all don't pull the trigger on the rated R,
Yeah.
then it's not gonna work.
And clearly, like already, this ain't a kiddie picture here.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna go for it, go for it. There's nothing quite so insulting to me as a PG-13 horror movie.
Yeah.
Like if it was for kids,
Yeah, all right. If it's Goosebumps, then it's
Yeah.
cool.
But
But you talking about a real horror movie?
like
It's just like it's going halfway.
yeah,
PG-13 with a horror movie is always a halfway.
yeah. And it was one thing back in the day where if studios had confidence in horror movies, and they would just say, no, we'll cut one in PG-13 for the kids and one in rated R for the adults.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and even that didn't last long.
But yeah, I mean, a PG-13, you gotta cut away for the whatever. The thing is, it's not gonna work if they do that. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what we're gonna have here. That's why it's like this can go either way. It's like you got me curious, but I'm not sold. But I am curious. That's a start.
Like I said, it's a terribly ambitious idea. If done right, it could kill.
Yeah.
If done wrong, it'll die slow. You know, so you got to do it right. You got to come correct. You know, so I'm hoping they go for the R rating.
Yeah, and I'm thinking like this will open up doors for other things where, okay, this is a horror, so then maybe you can do another genre, and then you can do a subgenre in this genre. You know, so you can take more comic book characters and you can do more with more characters that probably would never get no screen time or whatever. So, I mean, this might open up doors for other things, and that'll keep it from being just so redundant, so repetitive with the superhero doing the same shit. You know, the same third acts, the same motivations. You know,
yeah. Because so far, some of the best stuff I've seen on comic book movies came from 2 R-rated movies. You know, you got
Logan and Deadpool. Yeah,
you know, like no,
which they did different things with. Logan is pretty much a Western.
Yeah.
Deadpool is pretty much a dark comedy. Yeah. I mean, would you call that a dark comedy?
Yeah. But like, and they're both extremely conscious of what they are. They're not trying to wait. Let's go back and pick up these comic book fans we left behind. It's like no, this is what the thing is. Anyone that knows this thing knows this is what the thing is. If that's what they want, that's what they're gonna get.
Yeah, and that way I feel like I can see the characters I like doing different shit. You don't have to give me that boss fight. You don't have to give me, you know what I'm saying, the same thing they used to do in all these damn movies. So it's opened up doors and we'll see.
You know, so it just depends on how strong their conviction is.
Yeah. All right, that's our discussion on the New Mutants trailer coming out April 13, 2018. We will be there and we'll get a review on that. So see you then. So we're going to move on to